Don't worry, you have come to the right channel. Hello and welcome my friends to my YouTube channel, philippospan. Weekly tips and tricks on how to work with Microsoft Office applications. Today's video will be about Microsoft Excel.
How to sort data in a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. When we want to sort data in a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, it rearranges the rows based on the contents of a specific column. We may want to sort a table so that we can enter names in an alphabetical order, or even to sort the data based on the amount, like from smallest to the largest and vice versa. Stay tuned to learn how to sort data in a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. I have converted a range of cells into a table in a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. During the procedure, I had defined that my table has headers. As we can see, the filter button at the right of each header. In the example, we can see the filter button next to the following headers: material number, title, pack type, language, and price. We must activate a cell in the column that we want to sort. For example, if we want to sort by the column material number, we must activate a cell in that column. If we want to sort by the column price, we must activate a cell in that column. Then from the Home tab of the ribbon, we locate the area named Editing. Then we select the command Sort and Filter, where we are notified with the following. Organize your data so it's easier to analyze. You can still sort the selected data from smallest to largest, largest to smallest, or filter out specific values. Once we select the Sort and Filter command, the drop-down menu appears with the following commands to use. Sort A to Z. By selecting this command, our data will be sorted alphabetically from A to Z. Sort Z to A. By selecting this command, our data will be sorted alphabetically from Z to A. Custom sort. It will be described later. Filter. By deactivating it, the filter buttons will be removed from the headings. To activate the filter buttons again, we must activate it. Clear. By selecting this command, it will clear the filtering. Reapply. By selecting this command, the filtering will be reapplied to the table. I have applied the filter from Z to A. If we want to create a custom sort filtering, we must select the custom sort command from the drop-down menu of the Sort and Filter command, and where we are notified with the following. Choose more options such as sorting by multiple columns or rows and case-sensitive sorts. Once the custom sort command is selected, the sort dialog box appears. In this dialog box, we have the following commands available to use. Add level. If we want to sort our data on more of one column, we use this command to add another column. For example, in the dialog box, we notice that the data will be sorted by column A, material number. By adding another level, we can define another level, for example, column E, price. The sorting will be done first by column A and then by column E. Delete level. We can delete the level of sorting that we have added. Copy level. By using this button, a copy of the selected sorting will be pasted beneath. Up and down buttons. We can rearrange the criteria of sorting by moving them up or down. Options. By using this button, the Sort Options dialog box will appear, where we can activate the command if we want to sort by case sensitive, or we can change the orientation to either sort top to bottom, or sort left to right. My data has headers. We can activate or deactivate the checkbox knowing if our data has headers or not. We can define on how we want to sort on the data in the column, either by cell value, cell color, font color, and conditional formatting icon. And finally, we can define the order of the sorting either by A to Z, Z to A, or custom list. Whatever adjustments we make, we must press the OK button for the filter to be applied. The whole procedure gives us the ability to filter a column of data so we can separate the keys components that we need. It is an amazing tool for analyzing data.
Thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed what you saw in this video, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free and let me know by heading down to the comment section.